Hey, it's Jude with SurvivoTek, and today we're going to be looking for the first time at this guy right here. This is the William Collins Blackbird, part of his Master Woodsman collection. It's an AEBL stainless steel. You can see that number 1 on the stamp. It means it's a first production run. So this is what's considered a multi-grind. You can see it starts out in what might be considered a Scandi edge and then turns into kind of a saber edge here. And that multi-grind is pretty typical of William Collins's work. And then this is what's called Sure Touch handle scales. And what that is G10 laminated with some kind of hard rubber, and it makes it extremely grippy. I am really liking this texture and this material. Feels awesome in the hand, and I don't know, it looks real cool to me. But in the future we'll be doing a full review of this knife, and when we do that full review we'll get more into details on the specs and everything like that. But for now I just wanted to get out here and get using it and show you my first thoughts on it before we do too much, and you know. So let's go have some fun. Alright, so the first test I'm going to do is something that I never recommend doing with any knife, but William Collins has a reputation for an exceptional heat treat, so I'm pretty sure his knife can handle this just fine. I'm going to chop on this stick here. We're going to start on the thin end and see just how it does as we go thicker down the branch. Now I'm going to chop kind of on this forward edge here, since that's going to make most sense, since it's what a forward weight is. Enough talking. Alright, here we go. That's doing fine.
Wait. Ah. Focus. Okay. Oh. Gone.
So my first impressions of the William Collins Master Woodsman Blackbird. So far, seems fantastic. I know I say that about a lot of knives, but that's mostly because I think that there's a lot of redeeming factors on them. I mean, it's not too complicated. It's a sharpened piece of metal with a handle, and as long as you get the basics right, it's going to wind up working just fine. This could be because I'm not used to multi-grinds. I'm used to a Scandi the whole way, so when I was feathering, I kept getting hung up on this middle spot here, and then my feather would break off. You know, that could just be a technique thing. Also, it didn't chop as well as I thought it would. I know it's a knife, it's not really meant to chop, but I was kind of expecting with that hump here in the middle and the forward momentum that it would chop better. It still chopped well, but that could be the grind, it could be the technique, it could be the weight. It is not a very heavy knife. I mean, even though it's, I think it's close to 11 inches and 5/32 thick, it's not very heavy. It's actually very comfortable to wear on your hip. Now, these do not come with a sheath. Actually, I don't even know if you can get one until he releases the next run, but these do not come with a sheath, so I had to make my own. So my ideal system is to have a larger knife like this in combination with something smaller and lighter like this. So it kind of fits ideally in my system. The William Collins Blackbird can handle a lot of different tasks. It's a great size for survival, bushcraft, whatever you want to say. And then having something smaller and lighter for, you know, prepping your food or real fine carving, something small, is my personal preference when it comes to a knife system, and this, for me, works perfectly. So I'm excited to test it more, to show it off more, and hopefully in the near future we'll get to do a pretty fun review with it. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching. In the description box there'll be links to where you can look forward to potentially purchasing this knife. This was a special run, it was a first run. I know he's planning on doing another run because it sold out so quickly. I think in like the first 10 or 15 minutes he was completely sold out of the first run. So he will be doing another run. Not 100% sure when. Definitely email him if you're really curious. So I am out of things to say on this knife right now. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.